Good afternoon. Behind me is the Clayton Tunnel. That is the tunnel built in 1841 by the London and Brighton and South Coast Railway on what is now the Brighton Main Line between Hassocks and Preston Park. And this weekend the line is closed because Network Rail are replacing the rails inside, and they invited me down for a look.
Yes, the Clayton Tunnel sits on the Brighton Main Line, just south of Hassocks Station, and is the longest tunnel you'll travel through on the Main Line if you're ever travelling between London and the coast. This is the north-facing entrance, which consists of two Gothic-style towers, and the small house in the middle is where the tunnel keeper used to live. Nowadays, it's just a private residence. Network Rail had set up their site at Hassocks Station for the weekend, which is where I donned my PPE, including my blue hat.
So Network Rail have taken over Hassocks Station today. The cabins are back there, changed into the PPE. There's a lady called Selina. She's the project manager. She knows what's going on. And we're going to get a minibus down to the site. And oh no, look who's here. Look who's here. Why are you always in my videos?
Because without me, you wouldn't be here.
And to get to the site, it was a short drive away in a minibus. Now we're accessing it via the less attractive southern portal, and unlike most other access points to the railway, you can't walk all the way down. These steps only take you to a level and to a point where you then have to use a lift.
So we're just casually at the southern end of the Clayton Tunnel. Sadly not as impressive as the northern end. Just about to step onto the Brighton Main Line. We are on site, heading into the tunnel. Where's the track gone? Someone's chopped it. I've lost track already. Which way is north, which way is south?
North is that way.
So the amount of times I've travelled south many times at this point, whizzing down to Brighton, just about here. I'm in the middle of the tracks. Where are we? What's happening? This is amazing.
So we're on the Brighton Main Line. We're at the mouth of Clayton Tunnel. So we are doing a track renewal here. We've got the track for 51 hours starting Friday night going into Monday morning, and we are renewing the rails, the new sleepers, new ballast, and that's what's happening right now.
Where you're standing, this is the southbound side. What about the northbound side? Does that get done next week, or like what happens with that?
So we're not planning on doing that at any time yet, but this side has been planned in for a while now. But the tunnel's so long that we've been in here a couple of times before. This is like the third or fourth time with us coming back here.
And I was going to ask you how long the tunnel is, but just behind your shoulder is a sign that actually says
1 mile, 506 yards.
Okay. All right. Are we going inside? We're going inside for a little walk, right?
We're definitely going inside. Yeah,
We're
we'll
going
go inside.
Now we've come onto the site about halfway through the possession, and that's the point where the old track, sleepers and ballast have been removed and the new base stone is being laid. In the next phase, that's where new sleepers with rails are put into place, and then top stone is also dropped down and tamped by a tamping machine.
Just casually heading inside the tunnel, literally walking on the point where there's no, look at that, that's pretty amazing. Wow, okay, looking back, the other entrance down there, I'm just looking up at the ceiling. I will put a link below. Can't not acknowledge the fact that there was an incident here, an accident, a crash, in the last century, many years ago. I'll put a link in the description to that. Just looking at the original bricks from like, what, over 100 years ago? So behind me going that way, that is north, and that is where the really impressive tunnel portal is, all the way down. I think we need a shot looking way into the distance. It's insanely cool being here. Thank you, Network Rail. It's amazing, right?
It's awesome.
I'm worried that we can't hear you above the noise
That's probably for the best,
of the engine.
Yeah.
Get you
It's a beast though, isn't it? It does sound like a beast.
It is a beast. I've also caught up with a nice man called Tom. He wants to let you know about the fact that although it's closed this weekend, there's another blockade and more work.
One of the jobs they're doing is replacing the last remaining foot crossing on the Brighton Main Line with an underpass to make it much safer. But the bigger job is an essential upgrade that's happening at Haywards Heath.
First one is relaying the junction at Copyhold Junction, which is just north of Haywards Heath. So what we're doing there is we're relaying 9 point ends of the switches there at Haywards Heath. Now what the point ends allow us to do is to move trains from one track to another. This junction was originally laid in about the early 80s, so it's fairly aged and reliability has become a bit of a problem. So we're taking out the whole junction, relaying it, and this is really crucial junction for the Brighton Main Line, because what it does is it allows a mixture of slow and fast trains to operate on the line, so and into the 4 platforms that we've got at Haywards Heath. So it's a really important piece of work for commuters and to keep the reliability of the line where it should be. Now the alternative to doing it in a 9-day blockade would be 40 nights, I know this sounds quite biblical, 40 nights of drilling underneath the railway right near people's homes to push the underpass through. So it's a lot better for the local community getting it done during the blockade.
Chris, look, this is the conductor rail, but it's like detached. What's happened there?
Yeah, so when we were renewing track, we unclipped the Conrail from the insulator pots and move it out of the way, and then when the job's all done, they'll literally lift it up and clip it back in.
It's like you've twisted it almost.
Well, yeah, so it's still, like you or I wouldn't be able to bend steel.
Still bends,
but it still does bend, it does move, yeah. That's an insulator pot.
That is the insulator pot,
back in the day they were ceramic, but the problem with ceramic insulator pots was that they weren't particularly adjustable, and if cracks developed in them, then they would occasionally explode with great noise and flame. Whereas these ones are modern, they're adjustable, you can screw them up and down so you can change the height of the Conrail, and they don't explode, so win-win.
A non-exploding railway is my favourite kind of railway.
It's the only type of railway for me, I tell you.
Been chatting to our safety man on site, learned a couple of things. One, you might think it's probably better to stand on a sleeper rather than the ballast, because the sleeper is more even and the ballast is bumpy, but sleepers have a tendency to be more slippery. Apparently when it's raining, sleepers can get a bit like whoop, so it's better, safer to walk on the ballast than the sleeper. Secondly, we just crossed over the track to come round the train, and just in case there's ever an issue with the train and those carriages could like slip silently back, you always leave like a loco length, so never walk immediately behind the train. We've sort of come down an extra few metres and then have crossed the track that way. And even though we know the juice is off, just makes good sense never to stand on the third rail, just in case one day it's accidentally on.
In the southern region this year, Network Rail are on course to renew 50 kilometres of plain track with no points, and then 78 sets of points on top of that too. 2022 will be their busiest year of a 5-year plan to keep the railways and tracks in their best condition.
So just say, to get down here, the embankment is so steep, to do maintenance at the tunnel, we're on our way out now, the lift we're in, I thought it was like a temporary thing, they'd installed a temporary lift. No, this is like a permanent lift that they've installed here so that they can get access to it, just because it's too steep otherwise. You say there aren't many around the country. How many lifts are there? Not many?
Not many.
Not many. We'll try and get an official number.
There ain't one.
Oh, there's no official number. In the comments, if you know how many Network Rail trackside lifts there are, please let us know. And that is, thanks to Chris. Give us a wave, Chris. Thanks to Tom. Selena's gone. That is the Clayton Tunnel. Network Rail replacing all the tracks here. And again, there's that closure coming up in February. Thanks for watching. Press subscribe. See ya.